What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon, MLB DFS video. It is Thursday. It is May 9th, and we are back with a video for you, breaking it down just like you guys are used to. If you've never been here before, hopefully you're in for a treat. We do things a little bit differently around here. We go through every single game. We look at the pitchers. We look at their history against the team. We look at the bats in those games. Now, some people just want I want these plays at this position and that is it. If you do need that or you want that, in the description of this video is today's article, which you can find right here. And that will take care of the pitchers that we like on this slate. And then since this is a smaller slate, it's about 3 plays at each position and like 5 to 6 at the outfield. On a normal slate, it's about 5 players at each position. If that's good and that's all you need, that's awesome. Come back and hit the like button for us. If you do need a little bit more, you want a cheat sheet, you want simulations, you want projections, you want batter splits, you want BVP, stolen bases, go check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com and sign up for FTA Plus. You can check that out. But you have a chance to win FTA Plus every single day. 2 ways to win every single video. Here they are. The first way, like the video and be a subscriber to the channel. That's number 1. And leave a comment on this video. If the video gets at least 50 likes, you have a chance to win a free week of FTA Plus. That week includes a week of MLB, a week of NASCAR, PGA as well. NFL once it comes back, and we are bringing back MMA this week. The second, that's after 50 likes. You get a free week. And you can win every single day. We've had multiple people win multiple times. If the video gets at least 100 likes, someone will win a free month. 150 likes is a free $200 year. And if this video gets 200 or more likes and you leave a comment and you are a subscriber, you have a chance to win a $500 lifetime pass. We've given away 1 lifetime pass in the past 2 months, and we want to bring it to you. We want to give these away. Second way to win, like the video, be a subscriber just like normal, and tell me who is going to hit a home run and what inning they're going to hit it in. So that counts as your comment there, but that comment right there counts as a possibility of winning multiple times a day. So I just got to know the player and the inning you think they're going to hit a home run. You get both of those correct, take a screenshot, send it to me. Take a screenshot of your comment in this video, so it'll show your YouTube username. Email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com, and we will set you up with a free week for correctly guessing the home run pick. So you can win twice a day. We just got to get those likes on these videos. So that being said, you may notice I'm wearing these blue light glasses. I still have a migraine. It came back. It is killing me, but I wanted to bring this video to you. I wanted to get it out for you. I wanted you to get onto this on this slate early enough to be thinking about this slate. So your lineups have already locked. You're ready to go. You see Thursday. Now, depending on when you watch this video, you can check out our PGA content. So go check those simulations out. Go check out the cheat sheet. Go check out the optimal lineups we have on the website. So that being said, we have a total of 7 games today. On DraftKings, there's 3 early and 3 late. The Yankees game is in the middle, where it's a weird, so noon is when the early slate locks, noon central. You got the 3 games. Then at 4:05 central, you've got the Astros at the Yankees. And then 2.5 hours later, we have the next set of games. So you can play an all-day slate on Fanduel, or you can play a showdown lineup with the Yankees and the Astros. So it's a smaller slate on Thursday. Again, I'm probably not going to play a ton today. I don't usually play a ton on slates like this, but I want to give you as much information as we can. So before we jump into it, during this video, I am running 10,000 simulations in the background. In those 10,000 simulations, at the end of the video, we're going to give you the top 20 bats the top 20 bats after 10,000 simulations. And a couple hours before main lineup locks, we usually throw out 20,000 simulations and get that ready for you and update that on the website, and you can see that. So on top of that, we're going to look at some stacks that we may like as well. So that being said, we need to see who the winner of yesterday's video is. So if you watched the video, you left a comment on that video, you have a chance to win a free pass right now, and we're going to do, and you can win multiple times. Like I said, you can win every day if you get lucky enough. So good luck, and let's see who the winner from yesterday's video is. It's JKB 1026. Just won yesterday. This is his third time winning. Back-to-back days. This is what I'm telling you. Come back to this video. Hit the bell notification so you know when it goes live. Get your comment in there. You can win. This will be his third week winning. He won a couple of weeks ago, won in yesterday's video, and now he won yet again. Congratulations yet again, JKB 1026. We haven't had a back-to-back winner in a while, so I'm very excited to give this away. So congratulations yet again, and that's as easy as it is. Come here, like the video, be a subscriber, and leave a comment, and you have a chance to win back-to-back days. So we do have some weather concerns. We have weather concern for Arizona and Cincy and San Francisco at Colorado. So hopefully, I mean, if these games for whatever reason get postponed, then this early slate's just going to be wiped out completely. It's not going to be a thing. But we are going to look at all of the games. We're going to take a look. We're going to look at the batters as well. So, first game on the slate does have weather concerns like we just talked about, but we've got Slade Cecconi versus Hunter Green. This is Great American Small Park. The ball does fly out of here. That's the only little bit of concern. But looking at this, Cecconi, 11 plate appearances, 300 batting average, so one start, not the best start, but, you know, a small start there. Hunter Green, 30 plate appearances, a 240 batting average against this Arizona team. So we can look at this. So Cecconi here against Cincy, splits-wise, has not faced him this year, so it came last year. And he really hasn't, you know, this will be, game log-wise, this will be his third start. Pretty good game against San Francisco, even better game against Seattle, not a good game against San Diego. He has gotten at least 3 strikeouts in each game. This is being played in Great American Small Park. The weather is a concern. I am probably not on Cecconi at all. I would be looking at bats. And then you got Hunter Green, 8,600 here. Game log-wise, 17.4 is his last start. A really good start against Texas. And some pretty good starts here. Splits-wise, pitching at home, does have a higher ERA at home because the ball does fly out of here. 3.99 ERA compared to a .82 on the road. Again, weather is a concern. Say they start this game, 2 innings, then pours on them. I don't like that. So I am probably focused on the bats in this one. Now, bats that I would look at for Arizona. Ketel Marte, Jock Peterson. I would look at Gurriel Jr. I would look at Corbin Carroll as like my main focus. Then you want to find some other ones. Christian Walker, Gabriel Moreno. Like, I love this matchup here for the bats in this ballpark. If you've been with us before, you know we love to target offenses in this stadium more oftentimes than not. And I think today's the exact same thing. There's a reason for it. Flip side of that, since I'm not going with Cecconi and I'm looking at Reds bats, I love Tyler Stevenson, usually against lefties, but if he is in there, I don't mind him. This could be one where you see him sit. Like catchers had a game before, now an early game the next day, he may sit. It could be Luke Maile today. I don't like him as much. We look at Elly De La Cruz, obviously a stud. Spencer Steer, Will Benson. Mike Ford just got re-signed to this team. Was it Wednesday morning? Either Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. He's up on the Major League roster. He might start a game. He'll be a cheap option. Let's see if they've put him in here yet. Yeah, Mike Ford's 3,000, a lefty on righty matchup here in this ballpark. Could be pretty good. Again, though, I don't trust Mike Ford in cash, but a 3-game early slate is obviously a tournament slate for a reason. So he could be a sneaky option that not a lot of people will be on. They might not even realize he's on the team unless they go through the depth charts. So you look at him. You could look at Stuart Fairchild a little bit. I mean, Jamer Candelario, normally I would like to use him, but as we can see, he's got a bunch of blue here. Not a ton that I love about this one. So there are certain bats that I like. I'm probably mainly focused on these bats. I don't think I'm going to have pitching in this game. Moving to the second game, you got the Mariners at the Twins. You got Logan Gilbert versus Pablo Lopez. Gilbert, 56 plate appearances, a 235 batting average. Pablo Lopez, 40 plate appearances, a 194. both with a high projected or a high percentage of K percentage and low walk percentage in those plate appearances. But let's see how they've done. The two highest priced pitchers on the slate. You got Logan Gilbert coming in with a 1.69 ERA, 50 strikeouts, a .79 WHIP, and averaging 25.6 fantasy points per game. Coming off a fantastic start against Houston, 30.4. Arizona, 25.3. Texas, 27.4. For every game that he has pitched, -1 against Milwaukee has been a fantastic game. He has not faced Minnesota this year. On the road, he's got a 1.61 ERA, so he has been better on the road in one more game. 8 extra innings in that. Hits allowed are more, obviously. Earned runs are more. Walks are more, but strikeouts are more too. Logan Gilbert on the road has been better than at home. Do not mind Logan Gilbert at all. Again, though, he's very expensive for an early slate like this. Looking at Pablo Lopez, $9,300. You would save $700 there. Elevated ERA compared to Gilbert, 4.30 ERA, 45 strikeouts. Strikeouts have been there, 8, 6, 7, 7. 2 was low against Cleveland, and 7. So we're basically averaging right around 6.5 to 7 strikeouts a game. Having not faced Seattle this year, pitching at home, it's 4.0. He is better at home, but his ERA is a little bit elevated here. I don't mind either pitcher because, again, with this little small of a slate, I'm probably not liking Quantrill. I'm not going with Saccone. I'm not going with Hunter Green. It's between Gilbert, Pablo Lopez, and Keaton Winn probably. So we could look at that. So if you look at those and maybe you want to go against the grain, you want to look at the bats that make sense in this game, we can honestly do that as well. Mariners bats against Lopez, who has an elevated ERA right now. Cal Raleigh, big dumper today on a Thursday. Love that. J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez, Ty France. Cheaper options, Dylan Moore, Josh Rojas, Luis Urias. I don't mind. Jorge Polanco will be another one in a Seattle stack. If you're looking at Twins against Logan Gilbert, because maybe you think Logan Gilbert's going to, not show up and show out for this game, it's Alex Kirilloff, it's Carlos Santana, Max Kepler, Willie Castro. I honestly don't like the Twins today. Now, I will be the first one to admit when I'm wrong. So if I'm wrong about Pablo Lopez, I'm wrong about a twin stack, I will let you know that tomorrow. I'm just here to help you. I'm giving you as much advice as I possibly can to help you, guide you in a direction that you can make your own choices for fantasy purposes. So, that being said, personally, me, if I do play this early slate, I'm looking at Logan Gilbert and I'm looking at Seattle bats over Pablo Lopez and the Twins bats. Then we get to the Colorado game. We get to Coors Field game, early afternoon. Weather looks weird now with the Rockies there, the mountains, not the team. Weather comes and goes quickly here. As of now, the making of this video, there are weather concerns that I could definitely see. So, looking at this, I do still like Keaton Winn a little bit. Now, again, if you've been with us before, you know that I know his family. They live 10 minutes away. Depends if I'm driving or my wife's driving to his family's house. So it's cool. I always like to pick him up in my season long because I know the family. I like to use him because I know the family. That's my thought. That's me playing with my heart, not with my mind. But the Rockies are so bad. 2 days ago on Tuesday, I was all over Kyle Harrison. The video, I said I liked it. We had him in one of our lineups. In our write-up on our cheat sheet, I liked him. People were like, what are you doing? I kind of like the Rockies as a stack. I think they won 5-0 or 8-0. I could see this game being the same way. I'm not saying Keaton Winn is as good as Kyle Harrison overall, just not as polished. I like this matchup. Colorado is a very bad team. And I also like San Francisco as a stack here. So if we look at Keaton Winn, 6,000, cheap option, is coming off a very bad start against Philly, minus 12.7. But before that, Pittsburgh, Mets, Miami, domination there. They've dropped his price down because he's in Coors. Again, the Coors effect is a real thing. He is worse on the road. But for tournaments, and really only 3 pitchers to pick from in this early slate like that I think about, I would be looking at Keaton Winn as my option here. I would be looking at San Francisco bats. I want nothing to do with Twins bats. I would be looking at Chapman, Lamont Wade Jr., Conforto, Jung-Ho Lee, Yastrzemski. You could look at Thairo Estrada. You could look at Jorge Soler / Austin Slater, depending on the lineup that comes out. So in this game, I will be on a San Francisco stack. Honestly, the only bat that I even would consider for the Rockies, if it's a one-off, would be Ryan McMahon. He's the only one really doing anything on this team. Other than that, I don't trust anybody else. You could look at Hunter Goodman a little bit, but again, I'm not. I'm going to be looking at San Francisco and Keaton Winn in this lineup. Then we get to the one game that is not on either slate on DraftKings, probably on FanDuel. People ask why DraftKings and not only FanDuel. For video purposes, I just like the way DraftKings looks. Obviously, these plays make sense there as well. We have a cheat sheet for both FanDuel and DraftKings. We break it down there. We have projections. We have simulations that are both FanDuel and DraftKings, and it's broken out by projections there. So this is just the tip of the iceberg of what we've got over at FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. If you want to see more, go check out the website. Go sign up there. Help us out. Help the channel out. Help us out as well. So Ronel Blanco versus Stroman. We know that Blanco had a no-hitter, but we know the Yankees have been the Astros' daddy this year. Overall, dominated them. They put up a ton of runs. They're at home. I like Stroman in this one. The offense for the Astros I don't understand how bad they are out of nowhere. Their pitching has been terrible. Outside of Blanco, their pitching just overall has been atrocious. So if I were to look in this one, the three bats for the Astros that I would look at would be Altuve, would be Tucker, and would be Yordan. Now, Yordan did foul a ball off his knee on Tuesday. I don't think there's any lingering effects, but that's definitely something. And he's looked not his self this year on top of that. Those would be the three bats that I would look at. The Yankees bats, they've been hitting very well at home. Juan Soto at that second. Volpe leading off. Judge right behind Soto. Stanton right behind Judge. Rizzo behind them. Oswaldo Cabrera has been a surprise. John Birdie is an on-base machine when he's healthy. He might be in this lineup as well. It'll depend on the lineup. Verdugo's another one. They're all dogs, as they say. I would be looking at the Yankees bats. I would be looking at Stroman there. We might make a video for a showdown breakdown. If that's something you guys like, let me know. Put that in as your comment as well. We'll see. Not 100% sure if we will, but we will definitely see if that gets enough traction, if that's something you guys even play. So now we look at the main slate, or the 3-game main slate, I guess. It's not a very good day, like I said. We got the Guardians at the White Sox. Ben Lively versus Eric Fedde. Lively, 12 plate appearances, 182. Not much. Fedde, 29 plate appearances, 120. So, looking at this game. Ben Lively coming in, 2.08 ERA. Game log wise, 6 innings twice, 5 innings once, 4.1, another one. So we kind of look at that, and I could see you, that's not bad. Strikeouts, 5.5, 7.7. They've been there averaging right around 6 strikeouts a game. Gets a great matchup against the White Sox. Surprised he's only 7,600. Again, 4 starts is not much, but has a fantastic matchup here against the White Sox. 9 times out of 10 this year, we have taken a pitcher against the Shy Sox, and we have cashed. And I feel like that could be the same thing. Again, it's 3-game slate. No weather concerns. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm looking at. And then Eric Fedde coming in, 3.46 ERA, 41 strikeouts. He's getting strikeouts in games, except for his last game. He had 2 against St. Louis, 3 against Cleveland. So he has already faced Cleveland this year once. Only went 5 innings, 4 earned runs, 7.20 ERA. That was that in Cleveland? That was at Cleveland. Now this is at home. His neck, it just looks thick. Anyway, I would probably look at Cleveland again. I cannot trust. I can't trust Fedde. I can't trust the White Sox to give him any run support. That's what scares me. Cleveland bats. Cheap option. Kyle Manzardo. Another one. Josh Naylor I would look at. Jose Ramirez I would look at. Ramirez did J-Ram let us down yesterday. Sports betting. Myself anyway. And my season-long team. I would look at them. Bo Naylor would be another one I'd look at. Gabriel Arias I would look at. Andres Jimenez I could see. Will Brennan. Like, I am looking... Estevan Florial would be a cheap outfield option as well, I think, be underowned. I'm looking at Cleveland Guardians. I'm looking at Ben Lively. I have no... unless something pops up at the end of this video with simulations, I don't think I'm going to be entertaining any White Sox bats at all today. Then we got the Cardinals at the Brewers. Lance Lynn versus Tobias Myers. Lynn, 64 plate appearances, 267 batting average, 22K percentage. And then Myers has never faced them before. Now, we did use Myers his last start, which was his first, his last start against the Cubs, because he was 7,000. Did not work out. 3 innings, 4 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 4 walks, minus 1.5. This is the difference between myself and other DFS providers on here or Twitter, wherever. They're just going to give you like the plays. They're never going to admit they're wrong. I am letting you know. I go through a ton in this video. So if you like the video, if you subscribe, that's awesome. We had a $25,000 winner a week ago or 2 weeks ago. He came to our Discord, which is in the description below. He asked if he could tip me, and I said yes. And it's very much appreciated. It is not expected. We've had multiple people do really well with these videos or FTA Plus, and they've tipped. And if you want to, I would be very grateful. And if you want to, dfshelp1@gmail.com, and I can give you CashApp, I can give you Venmo, I can give you PayPal. We can do it that way. But liking this video helps, and clicking on the ads helps as well. It's free. Both are very appreciated. Growing the channel helps. Donations help as well, or tips, or whatever you want to call them. But I think people do that because they know I'm real. I don't like Tobias Myers here. He's not going deep in the game. He's not getting what I need. I'm out of him. Lance Lynn, I don't know what to expect. We used him against the White Sox his last start. He let us down. That's another one. 7.1 fantasy points. He really hasn't done a ton this year. I kind of like the bats in both of this game. I'm probably off both of these pitchers. I'm probably looking at the bats over everything. Cardinals, Lars Nootbaar, Burleson, Ivan Herrera. Those are the big ones. Or Goldie and Nolan Arenado are the big ones too. Cheap one would be Jose Furman. You could look at Mason Wynn a little bit. Dylan Carlson maybe a little bit too. Flip side of that, Brewers bats. William Contreras has been absolutely killing it. Killing it. Is Yelich back? Oh yeah, when did he come back? Okay. Wednesday. He came back yesterday. That's why. Did not have him back when we did the video, and then I didn't put him in there because I didn't know he's back. But as long as he's healthy and good to go, he's a great addition to this lineup. William Contreras, Christian Yelich, Jake Bauers would be a cheap tournament option today if you're looking that way. Gary Sanchez, if he's starting, could be. Willie Adames, Rhys Hoskins, Sal Frelick, like these are the bats I would look at. So I doubt I'll have either of these pitchers. I know for a fact I won't. I would rather focus on the bats. I think I kind of like Brewers a little bit more today, but I will have some Cardinals, especially on a 3-game slate with not much to go off of that either. Then the final game on the slate, we've got the Royals at the Angels. We have Michael Wacha versus Reed Detmers. Wacha, 34 plate appearances, .094 against this team. 23.5 K percentage, only 5.9 walk percentage. Reed Detmers, 31 plate appearances, 19.4 K percentage, 3.2 walk percentage, 276 batting average for Mr. Detmers. Now, Wacha is the second lowest priced pitcher on the slate, 7,100. Got a 5.50 ERA, 1-4 record, 31 strikeouts. Hasn't really done much this year. For tournaments, I'm okay with it, just because there's not much going on this slate, but I don't love this pick. There's not a ton. Detmers would be the one I'd go in this one. We got Kansas City. We know he has not faced him this year. He's pitching at home where he does have a higher ERA, but you have to have a second pitcher somewhere. I'm not using Fetty. I'm not using Lynn. I'm not using Myers. That honestly leaves Detmers, Lively, and Michael Wacha. It could be a Detmers Ben Lively show. Again, anything can happen in a 3-game slate, but that's just my thought in this one. I don't love it, but he has had success against them in the past. This is true. So Waka coming in. That's kind of what I would look at. But if you're looking at Kansas City bats against Detmers and a lefty, Bobby Witt Jr. hit a home run on Wednesday. I would look at him. He also gets on base and steals bases. Sal Perez feasts on lefties and he's batting high right now. It's unbelievable what Sal Perez is doing right now. I thought he was a lot older than that. I think he's younger than me, which is neat, cool. Vinny Pasquantino, Michael Garcia against the lefty I would look at. MJ Melendez I would look at. And again, Hunter Renfroe, normally he probably plays in this one. He normally hits lefties well. We've been all over Michael Massey every day. He's a cheaper option at second base than a lot of these other guys. And he, while he hasn't wowed us every single time, he allows us to have a Kansas City stack and pay up at other positions too, because he is cheaper than he should be. Then on the flip side, Angels bats. Taylor Ward, Logan O'Hoppe, Joe Adell has been coming on strong lately, getting on base, stealing bases. Hopefully he doesn't overrun bases. Those would be ones I'd look at. A little bit of maybe Nolan Schanuel, but he really hasn't done much this year. Kevin Pillar, I don't mind. He should get the start. Luis Rengifo has been out for 5 straight games, did not, with whatever illness it is. I don't know if it's the flu. It's obviously not COVID, because normally they would say COVID or whatever. I'm guessing it's just the flu. So he might be a risky option if he's not 100% coming into this game. So honestly, I don't love today's slate. Outside of the pitching, Ben Lively is the one that I feel the most confident about because he's got a great matchup against the White Sox. But it could be a crapshoot in this one. There you go really anyway. I don't see me paying down for Myers. And I just don't see me at all playing Lance Lynn. I guess everyone else is on the table, but I don't love it. Let's put it that way. So there you go. There is the small breakdown of all of the pitchers, all of the bats that are currently on this slate. Now, we are going to give you the top 20 bats after 10,000 simulations. And I had not seen it yet, but I do not hate it. So for an all-day slate, number 1, Bobby Witt Jr. Love me, Bobby Witt Jr. Number 2, Elly De La Cruz. Number 3 is Aaron Judge if you're playing FanDuel all-day slate. Number 4 is Thairo Estrada in Colorado. 5 is Jose Altuve. 6 is Wilmer Flores. 7 is Corbin Carroll. 8 is Mike Yastrzemski. 9 is Willy Adames. 10, Taylor Ward. 11, Kyle Tucker. 12 is Michael Conforto. 13 is Michael Garcia. 14 is Ketel Marte. 15, Jose Ramirez. 16, Alex Bregman. 17, Juan Soto. 18, Lamont Wade Jr. 19, Jung Ho Lee. And number 20 is Matt Chapman. So through the first 10,000 simulations, it loves San Francisco as a stack in Colorado, but going to be very expensive to build out. Kansas City as a stack, it would be my number 2. And number 3, I think, is Arizona in Great American Small Park. Those are the 3 stacks that I am looking at currently. Again, things will change. You can check out our cheat sheet on the website. It'll tell you if we have normally when it's a full slate, we have the 10 top stacks that we like for the day. We've got weather, we've got everything over there. So if you have not checked out the website yet, I implore you to go check it out. Let us know what you think. Let me know in these videos what you would like to see in these videos. So that being said, smaller slate today, I don't love it. We will be back tomorrow with a full slate, breaking it down just like we did here. Hopefully helping you bring home that bacon. Peace!